Hey folks, Son of Beast here, and Terry Crews here. Welcome to the conference finals of the NHL Irregular Season Tournament 26. Therefore, as we come down to the final two teams of each conference that we are finishing things off, there will be only one team that will be advancing to the finals, and they will face against the winner of the Western Conference champion on the other side of it, and that'll be tomorrow night's game on the other hand. But right now, we're starting off with the Eastern Conference first, as we've got the Islanders. They have won two of each for the part of it. For now, they're in the finals to face against Columbus Blue Jackets. And the Jackets have won two games, and this one was won against the Florida Panthers, then Detroit Red Wings, and now they meet with the New York Islanders on the other hand. Tonight's starting goaltender is Ilya Sorokin, and the other side is Jet Graves. As for right now, we get the starting players. As for the X Factor, starting off with New York Islanders. One thing we noticed it before, as the same goes off with Ilya Sorokin, is the recharge ability. He's really well to do under pressure and rapidly recover. For Hobart, as Bo makes a quick draw and the born leader to pick. Then Ryan Pollock with the rocket and the stick 'em up zone. Adam Pellich with the stick 'em up and a quick pick. And a warrior resistance with Matthew Barzal, wheels, Illy edges, and the tape-to-tape zones. Braden Shen, born leader, true lenses, and a spark plug. Then it's Anders Lee, big rig, and a big tipper. Then it's Kyle Palmieri with 1T zone. Then it's Alexander Romanov, a true lensless and a hipster. Then it's Jean Gabriel Pagu with only the quick draw and the quick pick. And then it's the Casey Zizekas with the quick draw and a spark plug. And finally, we have Anthony Duclair, the wheels, on the fast skating speed. Now let's go over the other side of it, as we've got the Columbus Blue Jackets. Zach Werenski with the pressure T zone with the send and tape-to-tape zones. With Kirill Marchenko, it's a quick release and unstoppable force. Connor Garland with a spark plug and a no contest zone. Dmitry Voronkov with only the big rig and a spark plug. Adam Fantilli with the quick release and no contest zone. Sean Monahan, the tape-to-tape zones. Then it's Mason Marchman, true lensless and a spark plug. And then we got Bone Jenner, the born leader, energizing action. And then it's Kent Johnson, the ankle breaker. And lastly, we've got the wheels on Miles Wood. It's going to be great on this one chain, but who is going to be heading to the finals for the championship? And now my next broadcasting commentators I have is Tyler Beast, along with Sidewalkie, and the first commentary of the crew, giving a warm welcome, is Battery, that will be joining us here for tonight's game in the Center Ice. And with that being said, I will be sending you back here for the intermission report, along with Son of Beast and the post-game show after this game. Now, prepare yourself. The conference finals of the Eastern Conference matchup is the Jackets and Islanders, and they're ready to prepare it next on EA Sports. Let's see where it goes. Enjoy the game, folks. Welcome to the Buckeye State. It's the Eastern Conference Finals of the Inregular Season Tournament. I'm Tyler Beast, and I'm here with Sidewalkie and the first commentator, Battery. Buckeyes ready between the Jackets and the Islanders. Let's prepare and see who's going to the finals. This is where we end things off here for the Eastern Conference as both teams meet. Let's see who prepares to take on with the win. Out, they're ready and ready to go. Oh, fights initiative this time, and this is going to start. And Severson, he's going to be right over toward into the other side of the zone. Someone is down. And what a big hit that they had. Oh, yeah, they really did. I mean, that really is going to make that one hard. No one is expecting this. That really is another hurt. And he took a whip down right toward the wall.
New York
Severson.
5 minutes for
And Adam Fantilli heading to the
number
medical
78 for
booth.
Columbus.
Yo, this is no better than this.
5-minute penalty box.
You know, everybody's been watching on this. Says David Severson, they wanted to fight. They got to join a battle against Heinemann. The only thing that now is starting off with the first period, it's just a clash. Now these zones are definitely going to be fighting initiative. After a big start off here, that time it was a great punch to have that one powering it down. Adam Fantilli, he will not be returning on ice as he's definitely going to whack after it.
Yeah, I gotta say this. I mean, because Adam Fantilli, he's been knocking it down on Heinemann that hard, and now the one thing happens with is it's going to be a knockdown play in action. This is third versus the fourth seed, and they gotta watch for the play because if they don't do this, that's gonna make them hurt.
Here's Marchenko outside fighting the marksman. He looks at Werenski. Werenski had that one, whipped it up, and that is off it too soon. Monahan on the outside of it now finds it again to Werenski. He looks to Sillinger. Sillinger shot, big save by Sorokin. Big start off here for the New York Islanders. He'll now find again Werenski. He'll find Sillinger. Sillinger to pass to Werenski. Werenski pass now finding Matejchuk. Matejchuk rolling around, he scores! First of the goal is on Jackets. Matejchuk with the start off 1-0.
Well, after this initial fight, check what happens with the Matejchuk. That goes spinning around the back, and that one blanks it right into her in the middle. You gotta see Matejchuk, and then right toward the net, that one makes that one a great speed. You can't really mess up on this, because Jacket's got a great start. That one beats over by this on Plains effort, and then being my goaltender, that goes right between the legs. That's a first start-off.
Jacket starts off with the first goal of the game, and that's Matejchuk. He's really starting to see how he can definitely handle it against the New York Islanders.
Well, it's easy to say Matejchuk, he's really like playing it all confidently. But now you know, they would really have to play it all with the bench.
Took a whack down here as Palmieri. Ryan Holmstrom, he now finding the JBL Pegu, and a big pad save made by Graves. Columbus the other way now, and here's Charlie Coyle. Coyle will fire that one around the net. He looks off to Sillinger. Sillinger will fire to give it again to Fabro, to Gabronson. Here's another one to Dante Fabro, again to Gabronson. Gabronson, backhander, big save by Ilya Sorokin. There's another one to Olivier. Olivier pass now finding Coyle. Coyle with a drift one in the corner, and that one is saved up by Sorokin. Fabro finds Olivier. Off to Gabronson. He fires it. Save made by Sorokin. Broken up. Sillinger's got it back. Jackets on full pressure. Andre Palat takes it over. And here's Schaefer. You'll now find in a Holmstrom the other way. Holmstrom to pass to Pulick. Pulick looks it over again. On the pass shot. Big save by Graves. And Graves is going to take a deep breath here with only 15:04 to go in the first period. What I have to say about this, and the recall of this as Heinemann, he'll have to be out of the penalty box so soon. But the problem is right now, they're still trying to figure it out if he can definitely get back on ice.
Well, I think everybody's going to start rating on this, and now you know, I mean, because everybody is like locking it all too tightly, and that's going to definitely make somebody go. I don't know if it's going to be Matejchuk that's watching on Heinemann the other way, and hopefully by the other hand, Severson, he could definitely have showing it up in the crowd if they want it.
Here's Matejchuk again to Werenski. London shown. Again over to Werenski. Werenski pass to Matejchuk. Backhander, big save by Sorokin. Sorokin's going to hold on with only 13:51 to go in the first period. A lot of big attackers afterwards, and now Sean Monahan is ready for the face-off puck drop against Shen. Monahan wins the draw. Here's a chance over. Back on ice is Severson. Werenski finding Marchenko. He looks off. Werenski. He shoots one. Big save by Sorokin. Mason Marchman. Give away now Marchenko. Marchenko fires. Glove save by Sorokin. He'll take a time here with only 13:14 remaining in the first period. Columbus Blue Jackets on the start of a heaving pressure here in the Islanders' territory. They weren't sure how they're going to get it, but it seemed like the hard one's going to pick it off.
I don't know if it's going to be picking it off that well there, Tyler. I mean, that might have to be only why that Severson's going to have to make it.
Marchman can't get away with this. Rebound by Marchman again to Marchenko. Here's Werenski. Pass off. Marchman outside Marchenko. Stevenson shoots. Blocked up by Ritchie. Ritchie will now find Matthew Barzal. Now the Islanders will find the answers in there. Great save by Graves here the other way as Matthew Barzal. Right around the net. Schenger shot. That was another big save by Graves. Here's Marchenko now. Columbus the other way. Pass to Marchman. He looks up to Monahan. Bullock got the piece with it, and it's rebounded by Marchman. Werenski looks to Severson. Severson fires a save made by Sorokin. 11:28 to go in the first period. Matthew Barzal will have that one swinging around again to Pegu. Miles Wood with the rebounding over the other way now for the Jackets. Werenski fires it deeply and a save made by Sorokin. Marchman, Jenner, Zajac shots blocked. Duclair will cover it by Sorokin with only 10:48 to go in this first period. All right, let's send on down over to center ice, and one start off only makes it between is Zach Werenski.
Thanks, guys. Zach Werenski is a start off to have it clear.
The only thing that makes that one going for assist and the pass is really that easy. It was nothing to prepare for it, but as seeing the thought of it, it's a start off to give that one a chance for Zach Werenski to have it. As at this point, Anders Lee scores, and we are tied up for one.
Yeah, that bad strike set up afterward. I mean, Anders Lee was outside of it comfortably in the middle, and then goes right passing right by. Watch what this play gets. Anders Lee gets it right into the middle, and got a big wing attack on the Graves. That one is harder to get that one to must. Nobody's been watching on this, and Bo Horvat was sweeping it in to find Anders Lee. That's a great pass when you have to give off to the zone.
So it's easy enough now, and the playing of this effort only starts off where Anders Lee, it's a great pass on the goal by Bo Horvat. Now, after the same thing about Zach Werenski, he's showing it how he can definitely have his assist down, but there's only a tape-to-tape option to have it down the other way. I'll be trying to find out one out for some great playing in this offense. Zach Werenski, he'll have to do proud than ever. Back to you. Thank you so much, Battery. Now finding again Olivier. Past midway mark in the first period. Anders Lee. First goal against the Columbus Blue Jackets. Already tied up and near before the midway mark has passed. Right to Coyle. Oh, given right over to the goaltender. And back to Anders Lee the other way.
Oh, I thought that was going to be another goal. Pretty close call.
Got Brunson the other way now. He'll find again a Cody Sillinger. Fabro back to Sillinger. Sillinger sweeping it out, finding it again to Sean Monahan, a new line group change. Fabro finds Skip Brunson. Brunson fires a blocker save made by Sorokin. Here's another one to Scott Mayfield. Mayfield to pass over to Lee. Lee entering the zone. Pass off to Heineman. Heineman in the middle. Big bounding save made by Heineman on Graves. Horvat shot. Stop again by Graves. Fabro sends it out again. Now can't get it clear. Salchi the other way now to Bo Horvat. Well, you can see what the reaction happens with, and they're starting to get away with this, and now they're starting to hate on this for the Islanders player defender.
Heineman's really no joke.
They really have no idea how he's going to come back out, but that's a big dislike him to have that one agreeing. Yeah, Brunson pass, broken it up. Taken away by D'Angelo. Again to Anthony Duclair. Johnson giving a rebound here behind the net. And now the Columbus Blue Jackets will give it to Werenski. Werenski pass to Miles Wood. Miles Wood. Here's a fire shot. Severson saves up by Sorokin. Just stopped at 6:30 remaining in the first period. They'll get ready for another puck shot. All right, back to Battery that time. There we go. Down the other way. New York Islanders brings one of the best, Bo Horvat.
Thanks, fellas. Bo Horvat is one of the big quick draw zones. Big face-off is a great athlete and tackles on the other side of that one in the playing areas.
It don't seem like how that's going to happen. But one thing happens with Bo Horvat,
he gets a good puck draw winning faceoff. This is going to definitely take a long while than you expected before, but that is another key. I'll be finding out about Bo Horvat the other way and see how he determines. Back to you.
What a save by Sorokin! And Werenski's shot saved by Sorokin. Oh man, what a big diving play to have that 2-on-1 stoppage.
Well, you can see what happens at Elias Sorokin. He's really like making a 10-on-1 fast break, and then this is a great save. Check out that recharging. What a great stop by Sorokin. He really dives it all the way he did it. I didn't see that one before, but that really makes it. It's a great effort to have that one stopping it down.
A lot of time left in the period. Sorokin's team is tied with Columbus 1-1. On back-to-back winning faceoffs. Severson the pass. Werenski trying to get a little cut motion here and a squeeze, but now here's Ritchie. Ritchie will fire that one around net. And Zach Werenski will have that dipping the pass back to Severson. Severson the pass to Marchman. And here's another one to Marchenko. Broken by D'Angelo. Matthew Barzal. Oh, what a great poke away by Werenski. And he gives back to Monahan.
Yeah, you see, that's a great defensive effort. Great job here by Zach Werenski. He's got to keep throwing it when you got to get there.
Ritchie. New line group on the change here. Swift it up. And as Graves will give back to Matejchuk. He'll send it out of here. D'Angelo's shot's blocked. Rebound by Marchenko. And a deep pass. They can't get it clear. And it's back at D'Angelo to Barzal. Matejchuk the other way now. Passes over across to Monahan. Here's another one to Provorov. Provorov the other way for Columbus. Stops and waits. Back to Matejchuk. Here's Coyle. Coyle shoots it. Marchman with a backhand shot and a save by Sorokin. Only down to 3 minutes in the first period. Ivan Provorov to Matejchuk. Matejchuk on the shot, saved by Sorokin. Under 3 minutes remaining in the first period. He'll have that one covered in for another puck job.
Just look at Ritchie, how he's able to get there. On Severson, he was not pretty comfortable afterwards. That's a boom, and right toward into the head of it, have that collision. That relentless is a hard-on tackling.
Callum Ritchie with the first one knocked down on Trelence's hit, and they're getting ready for another puck drop. Got a win for the Islanders. We'll bring it over the other way. Islanders with some new strength in numbers here. And Provorov with the changeover, now finding the cylinder. Gate Clone passes to Zikas for the leadoff, and it's stopped made by Graves with only 2:27 to go in the first period. Sometimes he won't budge in this game, but it's only 17 over 10 shots on goal. That one really might have to put a mess on the New York Islanders. You're pretty much seeing it not too comfortably afterward, but they are starting to look for another win in that game. But they won't know what the deal comes by.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it is. I mean, that definitely is another hard-on motion. No playing offense would do if it could definitely have it over and under. Maybe that might be why, but they wanted to see how they could definitely attack it one way to the other. Now that Sillinger will have to try to get us in a lot of regrouping.
Sillinger right over to Fabro. Fabro past the Jenner, that one is wide. And the captain is along the boards, finding to Brunson. Lifts the wood. Final minute of the first period, he finds Brunson again. Jenner, not Jenner. What a save by Sorokin. Now he finds it again to Wood. Wood shoots Steve, deflects it, saved up, and it's denied by Sorokin. 46 seconds left to go in the first period, as they're trying to look for another offensive strategy to have that one lead it up or gain to deny by Sorokin.
Pretty much how Sorokin is making a recharge. Right is right with the puck, and that one really stumps it. That one is crazy to have that great effort.
9 over 8 hits in the game for the Islanders. They're trying to make that one, knocking it down. And the win will be on Bo Horvat. Here's Schiffer the other way now for the Islanders. New York and New York territory in Columbus. That one is given away by Miles Wood. Sends it deep over to Lundinström. Lundinström waits. And here's Werenski after Severson. Severson with the shoot deep on a releasing lead, and it one is denied by Sorokin again to shut that one down with only 5 seconds to go. Time running out in the first period. Still 1-1 game. Intermission's coming up after the first period. Jenner wins, and here's Severson. Severson shot gloved and saved, and it ends off the first period.
What a nice catch it is. Sorokin with a great start.
1-1's the score. Matejcik 1, and it's the other way as Anders Lee ties the other way. It's a 1-1 game. We'll be back with you shortly for the second period. You're watching the NHL in regular season tournament on EA Sports. Hey everyone, welcome to the first intermission of the NHL in regular season tournament on EA Sports. We got a great start off in the first period as we have a look at the first period statistics right in the range. 21 over 11 total shots on goal for Columbus Blue Jackets, 9 over 8 for New York Islanders on the hit, 626 over 59 seconds for Columbus Blue Jackets, 89 over 88 percentage for the New York Islanders, 5 face-off wins for Columbus and 9 face-off wins for New York Islanders, and both guys were in the penalty box for fighting. That must have been Heineman that knocked down Adam Fantilli, and he's unsure if he will definitely be returning back on ice again. And when the second period starts, we'll have to wait and see if there's anything. And as for Severson, he got a knockdown here. Well, definitely it is. I mean, I really don't even believe how they were definitely going to have that cooperated up. But that's definitely where the action track hits pretty hard. They definitely are trying to watch that out carefully. And now let's have the action trackers here and these periods to start off with you, Senate Beast, for the New York Islanders. They tied that one up. How do you see afterwards? Well, they officially have tied that one up at the part of the game. I mean, despite the effort from Bo Horvat, he finds Anders Lee in the middle. He got a great cut of it, and that is a great blocking effort to start it off for New York Islanders. They got a great advantage, but not pretty much anything has changed off. So that's where that first goal is going to tie this one up to start for the Islanders. They're really sure enough to get that one right out of the way and then have that one fixed. I'm hoping there is a great way to fix it and get back into work. Now, how about you, Terry Crews, about the Columbus Blue Jackets? Well, it's Deaton Matejcik. He got a great goal. I mean, great start off afterwards. But nobody has ever been watching on this before. But whenever you see about the Columbus Blue Jackets, they're starting to get a lot of shots in there. But that's pretty much hard to give that a first look at the chance on the goal. And you don't really know where is it coming at. You just got to wait patiently enough, and you just got to keep your eyes open right away. I mean, don't assume that they're going to start getting their goals, but that's definitely what they're going to have to get to. So that's a lot of big information that we are seeing as Terry Crews, and I think the second period, we'll see what the leadoff is to have that one start. Yeah, I think so. I mean, we're going to see what happens with the second period. So we end off with the first intermission here, as I will send back over to Columbus, Tyler Beast, and the game. We'll see you all later, folks, for the second intermission after this. Now, let's see what takes the leadoff in the second period to start now. Enjoy, folks. We are back, fellas, and if you're just joining us here, we've already played the first period, but there's a lot more period to go. We're back in the Buckeye State, and we're ready for the second period as both teams are back up and rehydrated, and here we go. All right, fellas, this is the start off for you to Sidewalkie. What do you see about the first period during this recap?
Well, they've been starting to get that first goal in there, and there was a lot of big initiative fights. And unfortunately, Adam Fantilli is not returning on ice here for tonight. He's simply been warmed up, and that was on Heidemann, and that is a big bad hard hit. We'll have to have here some discussion for battery for later during the midway market period.
Speaking of which, right now, as for Heineman, he's definitely been making a lot of pools of this game here. And as for New York Islanders, they're starting to look for some wins here on the road. They've already beaten the Devils. They've already beaten against the Capitals. But what will they do now for the Columbus Blue Jackets? Will they win or fail? You'll find out and wait and see. Big save by Sorokin. Here's an out one to Ryan Bullock. You will find over to Anders Lee. Anders Lee flicks it, and it goes right around the net. Now looks over to Severson. He'll find Marchman. Marchman, the send over pass to Zach Werenski. Werenski to pass, broken up here. Schaefer took it away. Here's Lee. Big number down here, and it's Matejchuk will send it over. And back again on ice is Olivier. Bo Horvat on the rush. Poked it again. Poked it right behind the net. Took it away by Provorov. At that time, Matejchuk, he will send it around net. Oh, trying to get a bang on Richie. Richie, and he scores! With the motion cut after a turnover, and this one is unassisted.
That one definitely gets a nicer goal. I mean, after this hit, now this is a bad turnover. You see, Conley Richie is to be able to get that one passing it by and then get that goal. I mean, nobody is watching on this, and then when Graves is looking at it, he was a little too tight early, and then he wasn't moving the pad lately. That one just scoots it, and then that goes right in toward the net. You wouldn't believe so. That goes right toward in between the legs, and then have that one scoring. This impact is going to definitely change it over.
As the Islanders take their lead in the second period, they're just passing Freeman and Mark in. And here is Matthew Barzal. Matejchuk took it away that time. Looks to Olivier. Olivier stops him a minute. Wait for a second, not finding the Provorov. Matejchuk swings it, save again by Sorokin. Matejchuk again over to Provorov. Provorov to Matejchuk. Can't get a squeeze in there. Finding over to Matthew Barzal. Barzal in corner. Richie going for two. Pass to Barzal and the save by Graves. And it's now over again on Matejchuk. Looks to Olivier. Big rumble kick down here. Now finding the Lundestrom. Lundestrom and the wood shot. Saved by Sorokin again. Recharges. Now finds Fabro. Jenner. He shoots. Saved by Sorokin. Under 15 minutes remaining in the second period. He's starting to hold that one clearly tight.
Braden Shetty, he was really making that good. That is a one tough takedown and the other, and that one wipes it cleanly. I mean, no offense. I mean, don't get me wrong with this. I mean, that really makes that one harder to have that one ripping it by. And that one really makes that knocked down to a hinge.
Big comebacks in the scores here. Trying to look for some answers here as Gabriel Pagey had a winning faceoff. And Bone Jenner, the other hand. Again, Gabriel Pagey will win another puck draw. Bad pass to the Islanders. Lundestrom enters in the zone. And here's Wood. Wood looks over. Finds Brunson. Looks Fabro. Fabro to find Brunson. Brunson shoots it. Saves it. Almost picked it off. It just goes right over the wall. And he can't get a swing out of it.
What a save happens to be Sorokin. That one really is going to make that one jump in the back again.
Lundestrom. Close. Stop made by Sorokin. 13:44 to go in the second period. That one was a ripping out of his hands, and it just goes back in. They just cannot let it go away. Now to win here, this time the Islanders try to look for some answers. The pass over to Anthony Duclair. That one knocks it. Fabro sends to Marchman. The other way now for the Columbus Blue Jackets. With a nice squeeze in motion. No cross-checking here for the Islanders. Swings it off. Gets caught off by Brunson. Here's Dante Fabro. He looks over to Mason Marchman. He's off. Monahan shoots it. Saved by Sorokin. Under 13 minutes remaining in the second period. They'll get another puck drop ready. 12/6 face-off wins. They're still getting a lot of a clean message here for the Islanders. And they're trying to look for the leadoff to get back in the game. Here's a win. That time Severson looks to Werenski. Werenski looks over to Sellinger. Sellinger looks over to Severson. Off to Cooley. Cooley. End zone. Poked it by Sorokin.
That's a great save here by Sorokin, and that is a big knockdown. Nobody's able to watch on this, but the clear takers, it's knockdown.
Now the pass. Broken here. And now Charlie Coyle will have to get after it. Outside zone. Blocked up by the defenders of the Blue Jackets. And Charlie Coyle will rush that one out of here. Back in the New York territory is Werenski. Werenski past Sillinger. Sillinger. Werenski shoots it. Another blocker save by Sorokin. Salji to have it to Anders Lee. And Bo Horvat finding a Heineman. Heineman Takes that one with the quick little stuff. And another save goes right by. Olivier goes over to Coyle. Coyle waits it outside. Here's a press in the middle. Can't get some deflections in there. And that's Matejchuk with the rebound. He'll have another strength in numbers for the Jackets. Sillinger, the other way now. Finding again to Coyle. Coyle! Oh my gosh, that is another nasty get here for the Islanders. Yeah, they're starting to get a lot of bad motion here. And this offense is definitely going to make them hurt and wildly out of the way. Here's a pass. And Matejchuk fires it. Save made by Sorokin. Monahan, pass off. Matejchuk shoots wide. Rebound by Kent Johnson. Bobrov trying to find it over to Monahan. Monahan will set it deep and will stop the play by Sorokin with only 9:09 to go in the second period.
Big one's knocked down by Olivier. And you know, my favorite Olivier, he would have that pass in it, and then this one gets right in the head of it. That one makes that one get knocked down to a program.
And I do have an update here as I'll send over to Battery, Adam Fantilli. What do you have of us there, Battery?
Well, thanks, fellas. I mean, anything is very possible, but unfortunately for Adam Fantilli, he's noticing he has talked with the medical staff, and he's definitely been under conditioned here for Negredo. Only one changes, and not anybody does for Adam Fantilli. And it's going to definitely have to be a long night to have the hold, and he'll definitely will miss a bunch of these periods, and we'll have to look and determine to see if their team can get an advantage to the finals. This is definitely big questions without Adam Fantilli. This is where it will be. We hope we will miss him for this big of a night. But Fantilli, he'll be missed out with every period. Rest for sure, he'll be definitely watching it and see what it determines if nothing changes. Back to you.
Thank you so much, your Battery. And if only the thing is, Adam Fantilli, we wish him for his speedy recovery and take that one with a withdraw, have that better opportunity advantage to have that one cleared out.
Yeah, it's better than safe than sorry, but you gotta notice, when every time it happens to me, that's gonna definitely make that change all that moment. We won't believe this until this trade is impossible.
Columbus go back the other way now, finding again the Jenner. Jenner knocked him over. Polak had made a Trulensis on a hit, and it goes back to Holmstrom.
Yeah, there is another hit Trulensis, and that one's going to definitely poke him out and out of the way.
D'Angelo defying over to Pelech. He looks to Anthony Duclair. Duclair hits him from the wall. Finding to Werenski. Werenski try to get away with this, and he's off to Marchenko. Finds Werenski. Werenski, Severson. Severson, no luck. D'Angelo battling for loose puck of it, and he finds Pelech. Anthony Duclair will have that one skating across. Adam Pelech looks off to D'Angelo. D'Angelo looks to Zizekas. Poked it away. Here comes Marchenko the other way down. With the fast on skating wheels in front of it, and a stop made by the goaltender. Lennon Jones, Werenski shoots, lockers up, big save by Sorokin, and stop made by Jean-Gabriel Pégueux. Here comes the Islanders now. This one will hover around the net. Severson sending it deep, all the way out, icing on Columbus. 3:52 remaining in the second period. This will freeze the play up to have another puck drop in action.
The Shenan's really did get another get. That one is another bang off, and that one gets a total of it by 25 hits. They're starting to get going big here, but as Islanders are doing really well with controlling the puck.
The win by Monahan. Severson, the pass over again to Lundenshaw. He's off to Marchenko, shoots glove, snatched by Sorokin. What a big job down here for this goaltender, and Sorokin is fighting for it. Well, Horvat watching his own face-off puck drop. He could definitely take it over with this foreign leader, and that might be a quick draw to win it. And he wins. D'Angelo the other way now for the Islanders. The Islanders are back into the Columbus territory. Stop made by Graves. Olivier sends a pass over to Coyle. Never hit for the Islanders. The Jackets beginning in group. Fabro. To Brunson. Olivier. Olivier finding to Fabro. Fabro in motion and mounting. And a save off and Heineman the other way. Five-man rush. He scores. Heineman has now given their teams a step up. It's a 3-1 lead.
Well, Heineman's definitely out of here. And he said, nope, sorry, I'm going to go over the other way now. Good chance and a good forward effort. And he's rushing. That just speaks over Graves that quickly. And it wasn't really enough how he was going to have to prove it wrong. And then being by Graves, it was no matter. It's not much of a deal. That one really beats it, and then that is where the goaltender is trying to make that one leaving. He's got to find more room. But then he got caught up, and that is a great move. Islanders up by 2.
This fighting of Islanders are being the favorite. They're looking for a win to get into the finals, but as the Columbus Blue Jackets, they're starting to need the answers back. Matejchuk going for it, and a stop made by Sorokin, and as Anders Lee will have it. They're going for another drive. Send over Graves on the big save. Barzal right to Horvath. Horvath outside of it, blocked the shot. Stopped by Graves. We're going to 1:43 to go in the second period. Just nearing down to a final minute in the second period. Columbus trailed by 2. 3-1 lead, New York. Monahan wins the draw. Severson. Pass off to Monahan. Monahan to find the Garland. Connor Garland cuts it. Ooh, got him that time with the blade of a stick. And Matthew Barzal will have it to Richie. Richie to pass to Shen. Stick with it. Now as the Jackets will have it with under a minute to go in the second period, you'll look over to Monahan. That pass is way too deep. Shen finds Barzal. Barzal knocked it out of the way. Garland takes it over. And he's on a rush. Slows impatiently. Now finds some Monahan. Monahan to pass to Severson. Severson to Monahan. He shoots it. Save play. Oh, what a diving effort by Sorokin. Now it's given away to Richie. And Richie will fire it. And a save by Graves. 2 more goals had taken a lead for the Islanders. 1 for Richie and 1 for Heineman. 3-1 score. Islanders will be getting ready for the third period when we come back after the break. Hey folks, it's Terry Crews again. Welcome to the second intermission of the NHL Irregular Season Tournament. This wasn't the day that happens with this until this bad unthinkable happened. The Islanders had taken over the lead. 3-1 score as they're trying to look for the advantage for the first time in the finals championship against the winning team of the Western Conference. They're trying to find out what they're going to have to do if they don't score it from here. Well, the baddest thing is going to definitely change it off. And if the Islanders definitely going to have to strike them down, they're definitely going to be the Isles down to the final with the 3-win streak. And 2 votes on the win to find out if it can go back home again for the championship game. And now here are these total statistics after the second period. 39 over 20 shots on goal for Columbus. 26 over 15 hits for New York Islanders. They're doing so great on this takedown. 12-29 over 159 for the time on attack for Columbus Blue Jackets. 92 over 88 percentage for the New York Islanders. And only 14 over 10 face-off wins for New York Islanders. Here are the action trackers here on the other side of it. As for the Islanders, they have been picking it and smashing it and knocking it down to the ground. And the same thing trying to do for the Columbus Blue Jackets to block the shot. But it wasn't enough. Alright, Sonic Beast, about the 2-point lead for the Columbus Blue Jackets. What do you think of how the Columbus Blue Jackets are trying to get off to this? Well, Jackets are really need to start paying attention to it. I know this is definitely what they wanted to do some tricks, but as for Ilya Sorokin, he has been denying this effort. He has been doing a bunch of its effort, and he's definitely not getting away with this. He really done all what he can. Nothing that is better than that. I mean, you just really do not want him to get away with this. He's just like, bring it on, the tough energy. That's really when it all happens to me. Over to you, Terry Crews, for the New York Islanders. Islanders are just getting a 2-point advantage of the lead. I mean, I'm going to tell you this one there, Son of Beast. They are just looking for a 2 road win games. Just 2 road for the wins. And I mean, there's definitely a lot of great stoppage for Ilya Sorokin. I mean, he's denying. He got a lot of recharge. He got everything done. I mean, just paying attention for this is really like a long way down. No better standpoint. I mean, I'm definitely watching this as New York Islanders have been sweeping it down, and they cannot let it get away. I mean, they got to see what they can definitely do for the third period if they have that one timed in scores. They haven't headed over to overtime. We have to find out and wait and see. So that is a big end of it. And what is your leadoff going to be for the third period? I think it's going to have to be 3-3. I think we want to see overtime next to have that one tying it up. What is your call on that? I'm thinking the New York Islanders are going to be a 5-3 over Columbus Blue Jackets to have that one scoring it in. But as a concerning point, I mean, I'm going to have to say that it's going to be very close call. I'm going to say that 4-3 and then 5-3 Islanders and then head on to the finals. All right, we'll see what they do now as we send off to the third period to end the second intermission. Tyler Beast, let's see what ends off for the Eastern Conference Finals. And we'll see you back, folks, for the post-game show after the game. So let's see what determines. Now, back to Nationwide Arena. And we are back now for the third period. Let's see when it stands out to finish. And this has been a roughest night without Adam Fantilli, but there will be an answer, and we start now. Oh, what a save by Sorokin on the start of the third period. He had that diving play.
No kidding! That's another huge save!
You gotta believe this. Stop by Sorokin. Wow. What an excellent start off for Sorokin. He's energized, gotta quit.
I mean, that Sorokin is really right in toward the range of it. And then passing off to Marchman, it could be a 1-point best episode of the game. And then Sorokin, he's all energized. What a stick out to kick it out of here.
As the start off for the second period has already ended, but the third period will have to determine to get back in the range. How do you see afterwards here for the second?
I mean, terrifying enough. I mean, there's a lot of bad defensive afterwards. I mean, now this one is going to definitely be out of the way. Now there's only one chance for the Columbus Blue Jackets to try to get that one a goal. They got to do something. Otherwise, you're going to definitely be left out of the way and get knocked over. We'll have to find out about it if you're going to get another goal or not.
Severson finding Werenski. Werenski's shot's blocked. Werenski's got a rebound of it, and he calling for help. We're Marchman. Werenski. 6 to pass to Monahan. And that one just gives right through the goaltender, and it goes right back to Heineman. That one poked it, and Severson's got it back. Broken by Holmstrom. Here's another pass over as Werenski will sling it to Marchenko. Marchenko rushing in and poked it up. Werenski over the pass. The slot broken by Holmstrom. Ryan Bullock the other way. Finding to Horvath. Horvath finding the chance on the shot saved by Grace. And here's Werenski to find Matejchuk. Send that deep pass over to Sillinger. You'll find Olivier. Olivier hasn't found enough to get a scoring drought. Rebounds it in. Back to Schaefer for the Islanders. New York being away as Bo Horvath trying to pass off the Green Gabriel Paygear. Broken by Coyle. Rebounded up by the Islanders. That one gets back to Provorov. And he looks over to Olivier. Olivier. That one is deflected and it goes right back into the Columbus territory. Matejchuk. Broken on the spark plug. Provorov skates him away. On its fast motion to Cody Sillinger. Sillinger shoots it. Livier shot, big save by Sorokin. And that one is going to trip, and it's going to be a penalty kill on Columbus.
Yeah, that's not a bad start. Not a great one either.
Olivier in a penalty box. This will give a 2-minute tripping for Columbus.
Yeah, he's rushing and he's getting away with this. He's trying to get that puck, but that caught his stick on his leg, and that one is right into the penalty bar. You cannot make somebody trip over.
Columbus with the first penalty kill. This will start New York Islanders.
Islanders got to start things big here, but hey, you have to keep it out, otherwise you're going to keep on scoring it.
Provorov will get that zone out of here. This one will send all the way down to the other side of it. That's a big under hit play on Heineman as he did not one down. And offside will not get a chance here, but a short-handed chance.
Easy tussle by Sorokin, and I have to say, it's a lot of pretty big saves in this one. This is the best save of the night by Ilya Sorokin, and the only thing right now is the only game that's to save it all is to keep that one out. This Charger is going to roll it in from the slot. Don't make anyone question about how did Sorokin do so well. That's pretty considerable question to keep that one with the big rig out.
Now it's another big draw on the faceoff carries in. It's another one to go by for the Islanders. Now as Shen will find Anders Lee. Palat, Provorov. Nothing here. Saved by Graves. Provorov sends it around net. And as Monahan, he'll dish it out of here, and it's back in the Islanders' territory. New York the other way. The Islanders looking for a strange in numbers here. Olmstrom took a knockdown here, and that one will clear it. Monahan trying for a short-handed chance. That gets blocked by defenders. And this one will broken up the bruise control here. And only 35 seconds for the Islanders power play. Zach Werenski shoots it all the way down the round. And here's Anders Lee. Sauces the pass over to Holmstrom. 15 seconds left for Islanders power play.
Olivier's time's almost about to be up.
Saved by Graves. And here comes out of the penalty box is Olivier. Oh, what a save again. Olivier shot stop made by Sorokin. And Shen will have it over to Holmstrom.
Oh, what a great chance here. I mean, and as you see, Olivier's out of the penalty box. I mean, that was a great chance for the Columbus Blue Jackets. But now Sorokin, he's denying it. What a great stop.
Here's Marchenko. Marchenko the other way. Does not have the room. Marchenko back to Marchment the other way with under 12 minutes. Fabro finding to Brunson. He fires that one, and a glove save by Sorokin. This will get a stoppage with only 11:43 to go. Full pressure coming on. 14-19 over 2:22 on the attack. One-on wins it. Then Brunson. Fabro fires. Pad kicked out again by Sorokin. Here's Anders Lee. Sends it around the net on the bank shot. Took in a smacker from Dante Fabro. He's off to Marchman. And that one does not get a sauce and pass over as it leaves. Will make new change-offs. Here's Ritchie's shot blocked. New line group change for the Columbus Blue Jackets as Johnson will have it swinging to Connor Garland. Connor Garland spins on the cross move and a save by Sorokin with only 10:20 to go in the third period.
Now Anders Lee's really like able to get enough, but that is a big enough kudos. That one makes it smash, and that is another big bang down. That is a big Trulensa skate. You do not make a mess on that.
Still waiting for the crowd here to roar down. It is a tight game as they're trying to look for another balance shot. And here's Werenski after a winning puck draw by Monahan. Here's another one of Werenski. He shoots, saved by Sorokin. D'Angelo will set it over to Gate Cone. Gate Cone with the hit. Connor Garland now rushes over to Severson. Severson on his way down. Pass to Garland. One time Wierenski shoots one. Another save by Sorokin. Monahan outside out for Garland. Severson. Shot blocked up. What a great defender by Anthony Duclair. Garland shoots another blocked shot. D'Angelo. Given away by Zizekas. Duclair. Back to Zizekas. And it's back to Johnson. Looks to Severson with 8:30 to go past the midway mark. Looks to Wierenski. Finds Olivier's shot. Blocked up and it goes right over to the goaltender with 8:18 to go in the third period. Keep your eyes on the next game for tomorrow night as we got the Seattle Kraken playing at home to face against the Calgary Flames. They beat against the Blackhawks and the Kraken. They beat against the St. Louis Blues with the upset. That's going to be happening here in Seattle at Climate Pledge Arena. Tomorrow night's game will be at 9:30. Never miss out the moment here, whenever you choose to.
Oh, what a nice save here. I mean, that's a great stop by Sorokin with a huge, remarkable action in play. You got to get it out.
Jackets back in the Islanders' territory. Oh, smash from the hit. No penalty on New York Islanders.
Well, I don't know what's going on. I mean, referees are not signaling any problems.
Waiting for offside. Here's Shen. And Sillinger will give it to Olivia. Olivia gets away with this. In close up. Broken the puck up. Ritchie. Outside, let him show. And here's Provorov. 6:30 to go in the third period. Took a smackdown, let it show. And now again to Mataicha. He's off to Wood. Wood looks over to Jenner. Jenner shoots, glove, save. Trying to pull it back. And Barzal the other way now for the Islanders. He looks to Shen. Shen shoots, easy save by Grace. Took him with the hit. Provorov the other way now again for Columbus. Lions show. Pass by the blue line. Provorov. Jenner shoots, save again by Sorokin. Schaefer again, Andre Palat. Andre Palat in rushover. And Provorov will have that rebound again. Pass under 5 minutes to go. Presented by Discover. Marchman. He shoots for the red start. Saving again by Sorokin. Marchman. Oh, bad pass. Broken again by Palat. That's another easy turnover, and they're not seeing it to do enough. They're starting to lose their energy, and that's big hard muscle. Thank you. Rumbles it with a hit, and he wipes him out. Monahan waits it. Try to get to Marchenko. Try to stay out of the way. They have some own space. Marchenko to again. Hugh Brunson. Brunson shoots, fires it on across. Rebounded again by the Islanders. He'll poke that out. No icing on the Islanders. 3:15 to go. They are starting to look big here. They are having some manners here. And Detroit's watching on this. And here comes Monahan. Big save on the play by Sean. And it's stopped by Sorokin.
You see this how that happened? I mean, that is a great take in action. And he's trying to take some unstoppable force. I mean, he's on heavy duty. Sorokin is really recharging it. That's almost 50% to get that hydration.
And now we'll swing it over to Battery to have the best player of the night.
Well, it doesn't mean it's not going to be Columbus, but it's Sorokin. The second time he's made some great saves. Nothing matters to compare with this, but only time will tell. If he has that one with a huge top of it, and that's really what they all have to say is, keep pulling it through. That's a push-up. That lead-in, it's a great energy effort.
Win by Monahan. Severson. No penalty given by New York Islanders. Severson saved again by Sorokin. Heineman looks to Pilic. Crowd for the visitors team shouting MVP for Sorokin. Well, we don't know what's going to happen. Severson rebounds the puck. And Johnson. A chance in play. Motion in front. Broken by the stick on the Islanders. What a great hustle. Werenski shoots it. Another save. Johnson. Coyle. Back to Wimberg. Werenski has it over to Johnson. Johnson shot now. Another save again by Sorokin. Matthew Barzal will swing it. Matthew Barzal in the other way. Cross it around. And the save made again by Graves. Last minute of the period. Sillinger. Now they'll give it some extra tackers here. That one stops it. And a rebound by Severson. Severson knocked by Ritchie. Now here's Barzal. Barzal clears it around the net. Provorov will have that one swinging. Big knockdown here. Columbus needs to get some regroupment here. Provorov. In zone, he scores! It's not over yet. Provorov scores it before the end of the third period. They're back down by one.
Well, he's rushing afterward. I mean, it's not done yet, but now the chance is Columbus needs to score it and then get back up by one. And if it's not enough time for it, then there's no use to change it afterwards. You don't want to make a miss here because when Provorov does it, it goes right around the S curve and right toward the net. That's great hustle.
Columbus starting to get a little bit of a crowd opportunity here, and they're starting to look for some answers in there. And they're ready. 30 seconds to go. Heineman. Provorov rebounds it. Here's one for the extra attacker. Here he comes. And a pass. Saved by Sorokin. Oh, Monahan's got it now. Time's running out. Provorov. Outside. Monahan shot. Good Brunson stick handling it. They got to shoot. In zone. And time is ticked away. Islanders are going to the finals. They destroy Columbus. And what a win for Sorokin. They'll get a crowd favorite.
Oh, and now it's time to out. After Provorov and Sorokin, what a great win.
Islanders are heading to the finals for the first time ever. No more to be here in the playoffs. What do you know? That's Andre Palat and the Crews. They knocked it straight away. Well, along my broadcast partner, along with Sidewalkies and Battery, I'm Tyler Reese. Thank you for watching the regular season tournament of the Eastern Conference Finals. Thank you, folks, and good night. So long, everyone.
For new season. Thank you.
All right, guys, thank you so much. And with all your support, you've been the best. Time for 3 stars. Anders Lee with 1 goal and 4 hits. He only does this for once, and the big hit makes that one rushing. This attack motion doesn't really mean to struggle, but only with a 2nd star. Email Heineman, and everybody hates on this. It was only 1 place for that, and it's a big, short-handed chance to have that one breaking opportunity to have that goal. And tonight's 1st star goes to Ilya Sorokin. 63 saves. The upset continues. Islanders are moving on to the finals, and they will face against the winning team. And this means they're the Eastern Conference Inregular season tournament champions, and they're in the finals to face against the next team between the Kraken or the Flames. And here's how they did the total statistics: 65 over 25 shots on goal for Columbus. Then it was 33 over 28 for New York Islanders hit. 17-14 over 245 time on attack for Columbus Blue Jackets. 93 over 87 percentage passing effectiveness for New York Islanders. 19 over 15 face-off wins for the Islanders. And then a 7-minute penalty kill over 5-minute penalty kill for Columbus. And no power plays with only 2 minutes. So therefore, thank you, Tyler and Sidewalkie. You guys did all with your best. In Columbus of the Buckeye State. So, looks like that's it for this game. Stay tuned for tomorrow night. It's the Kraken and Flames at Climate Pledge Arena. Game starts at 9:30 p.m. Be sure to be ready to have that on the other side for you, because it's going to be our one best game ever. Anyways, along with my broadcast partners, along with me, Son of Peace, and Terry Crews, Thanks for watching, and so long for as a while as the NHL in regular season tournament dial. Thank you folks for watching at home, and good night.
If you don't, somebody will.